Hey StarCrafters, Wookie here, and I want to show you a game I played a little while ago. One of my favorite things to do is watch replays on YouTube of high-level StarCraft games, and one of the things I saw there was some good Banshee play. So I wanted to try that next time I got Terran. I always play random, so I'm not real good with any particular race, is what that ends up meaning. But and I had some success with Banshees in a previous game. So when I got into this game and I was spawned in as the Terran, I knew right away that I wanted to use Banshees to secure victory. So I'm here as the Red Terran. My opponent is Storm, and he is Blue, also Terran. And I don't even know what map this is by looking at it. Is that Metalopolis? Someone's going to have to let me know. But I want to point out something you need to avoid. And I'm going to speed the game up because not a whole lot really happens here at the beginning. I just want to point out, we're looking at the Units tab right now, and we've got the same number of units. I mean, we're both making SCVs at the same rate. Look, the production tab, we both got our barracks pretty much the same time. Both got gas pretty much the same time, but then right about here, you can see my opponent's going with 4 racks. And I'm just now getting my 3rd, but I'm also working on a factory. And just put down my 2nd gas. You can see combat shields, reactors going down, tech labs, upgrades. And then I start building my starport. I got my 2nd refinery, but I forgot to put additional SCVs on it, so I'm only collecting with 1 SCV there. If you look at the income tab, I'm ahead, and I have been ahead most of the game. And then I decide I'm going to scout, and I just scout with my Marines instead of an SCV. So I send my Marines way up here. You can see we're in the north, right when he decides to push out with his Marine and 1 Marauder. So I'm going to go faster speed here. So he shows up on my door with his entire army, 13 Marines and 1 Marauder. I've got 6 Marines that I sent scouting up to the north, 2 Marauders that popped, and 2 Marines and Marauder here. So I'm kind of caught out of position and without a whole lot of troops, and he's just at the front door blowing up my buildings. And by the time my 6 units get back, my 6 Marines get back from the north, there's nothing they can do. And so I want to point out, I think I'm making a Banshee somewhere. I don't know. I think I got one out before he actually got over there to blow it up. But this is the mistake I don't want you to make. The mistake I made is trying to tech up before you've actually started the game. Look at this. I've got a factory and 3 starports with labs on them that I didn't even get a chance to use. Now, when he brought these units over, we were actually pretty close. I think I had 8 Marines to his 13, but I had a Marauder for his Marauder. I had 2 that had just popped out when he got there. And if I had that all in my base, I probably, I don't want to say survive, I probably repel that reasonably well. However, he's got a lot more coming behind with the 4 racks, 2 tech labs, and 2 reactors. He can continue putting pressure. I mean, it depends on how it goes. My micro is not real good, so it's quite possible that if we trade units, he's going to be ahead because I have wasted a lot of minerals right here. Imagine if all of this was troops, was Marines or Marauders. imagine how much stronger a position I would be in. Through most of the game, I'm going to back it up a little bit just to go through the tabs without the game flying by too fast. But the units tab at, where are we at, like 7 minutes? I've got I'm 3 Marines shy. I've got a Marauder. We're just about even on SCVs. Our incomes are pretty even. I actually jump ahead every time I drop a mule because he's not dropping mules. No orbital command. Army value, pretty close. We were even on food max. He had more actual units. He was using more of his supply, which is good for him. But then he jumps way ahead once he starts producing on all 4 of these racks. And I mean, I'm not even way ahead. He's got 5 more Marines than I do, and a few more SCVs. But all this stuff I'm building over here is just such a waste. So I don't want to labor the point too much, but if you want to use the higher tech, you have to first be able to survive the lower tech potential of your opponent. Like, you have to be able to survive. You have to be able to defend your base. Now, I mean, 3 racks, 2 labs, and a reactor, that's perfectly solid, but I did not produce off it constantly. I did not macro properly. I was probably light on SCVs, and I certainly let these things sit here without producing units while I tried to build starports. So wrong, so wrong, so wrong. You want to be producing off of your initial buildings constantly until you have enough money to be able to afford and produce. Like, how am I going to produce off of these? I mean, I built 3 starports. How am I going to produce off of that with 1 base and 2 refineries and only 4 SCVs collecting gas? There's no way I can produce enough off this to even justify them being there. I should have been producing off the Banshee, off the barracks. Forgot about the Banshees. Produced off the barracks until I had at least repelled his initial aggression or known what he was doing and been able to contain him a little bit. Then maybe the Banshees come into play after I get an expansion or 2. Just trying to do this, you sacrifice way too much. And I think in the Bronze League you're going to run into way too many players who just do this. And I think this is the right thing to do. You can't get away with this kind of stuff until you are really, really good and have perfect macro and can get your expansions out while you do it, can defend your base while you do it. So there you have it. Do what Storm did. Don't do what I did. That's all for this time, and we will see you next one.